We often think that we are a victim of our circumstances, that the world is unfair and you are just the victim of everything that has been happening to you or has happened to you and around you. But if you take a step back and really think about it, most of the stuff that happens to us is because of the choices we have made. And a lot of those choices, well, they were made out of fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the uncertainty, the fear of unpredictability of what is going to happen next. Because it's something you don't already know or understand it. It's like fear is running the show more often than we'd like to admit. So, every major decision that you made in order to stay in your comfort zone will eventually end in disappointment because your truest, authentic self never truly wanted it in the first place. And you stuck with that decision because you're afraid to leave your comfort zone. But now, after a few years of trying new things that have changed you, you're feeling suffocated by the consequences of that decision. And you feel helpless because the person you have grown into, the person you have become, no longer connects with the repercussions of that decision. This is called victim consciousness, when you blame the world for your bad situation, but in reality, it's your own fear that prevented you from making the right choices in life. Choosing to stay within your comfort zone with every decision pulls you back, and by doing this, you are basically not letting life evolve you. Therefore, it's very important to move from victim consciousness to creator consciousness, from fear to love, because love and fear cannot coexist. If you truly love something from your heart but refrain from pursuing it because you feel you're the victim of your circumstances, it's not authentic love. You're simply operating out of fear. How many times have you turned down opportunities in life because of your own insecurities? Choosing something else at the time, even though deep down you knew you didn't truly want that alternative. And now, even years later, you find yourself reflecting on how following your heart back then could have steered your life in a completely different direction. When you resist the flow of life and choose to stay in your comfort zone, you are going backwards. You are coming in the way of your own soul's evolution. So stop resisting. Let things happen. Let things unfold in front of you. Embrace life as it happens. Because the more you resist its flow, the more challenging it becomes. Look at life from the perspective of the soul. It's another chance to live on this beautiful and magical planet. The soul desires to fully immerse itself in the human experience, to feel all emotions, success and failure, passion and desire, love and art. Embrace life in its purest form. Now, if you were to think as a soul, would you truly want to remain stagnant in the same place your entire life? How would you feel if you were told that you'd have the same experiences throughout your existence because your body fears change? Therefore, we should always view life through the lens of our evolutionary past. Nothing can prevent us from evolving and becoming our higher selves if we simply follow the path of evolution. Let me share a story that would help you understand this in a better way. There was a fish that got swept onto the shore by huge waves and found itself trapped in a small puddle. At first, the fish felt relieved because there was no danger around anymore. There was no bigger fish around it to threaten it. It swam happily in the puddle, enjoying its newfound solitude and feeling like it had its own kingdom. But as days passed, the fish began to feel confined by the small amount of water compared to the vast ocean it was used to. It yearned for the freedom it once had, dreaming day and night of swimming in the open sea and hunting for prey. It missed the excitement of narrowly escaping the clutches of larger predators and longed to return home. Months went by, and the fish had given up hope of ever returning to the sea. It knew that it was impossible now. However, with whatever strength it had left, the fish made a bold decision. With determination, it crawled back to the ocean, which was just a few meters away. It was the first time the fish had ever ventured out of the water, and its body wasn't prepared for it. Its nervous system wasn't designed for this kind of movement. and its body had no memory of such actions. But driven by its deep desire to return home, the fish pushed forward and did something it had never done before. And finally, after a challenging journey, it made its way back to the ocean. Now, similar to the fish's longing to rejoin the life in the ocean after being confined to a small puddle, our souls yearn for expansion and development to reconnect with our truest essence, that is the source. However, this journey demands the body's willingness to accept change, to transcend its limitations and comfort zones. Just as the fish summoned the courage to explore land and overcome its physical constraints, we too must embrace change and evolve to realize our utmost potential. Understand that you are on earth to experience both comfortable and uncomfortable things for you to evolve. It's part of the whole experience. And in all this, don't forget to live from your heart. Don't forget to do what you really want to do. So I really hope you liked the insights that I shared in this video. And thanks again for listening. We will meet again in the next video.